Since 1968, Mattel has created one of the most popular toy car in the world. With over 60 years worth of the world's coolest car company, and over 60 years worth of playset a toy line. From the popular and successful color shifters, and iconic and beloved mainline. From the infamous Hot Wheel Premium and RLC, and the obscure and forgotten XV Racers Attack Pack and Atomics. Welcome to Hot Wheel Casting History by Ray Z. Fool.
Well, hello there. I'm your host Ray Z. Fool. I've been dying to use this character stills for a while. Shout out to my sister at CrayonlyLovaluna on TikTok for making this character stills. And no, Ray will not be replacing Duck and Roll. I'm going to use both Ray and Duck and Roll for my video. Anyway, let's talk about the meat and potato of this video. This video is inspired by T-Toy Reviews Tie Diecast History. To be honest, this channel may as well become T-Toy Reviews Tie Hot Wheel Edition. Consider that I have a lot of video idea that is similar to Tie video but with Hot Wheel. Anyway, welcome to Hot Wheel Casting History by Ray Z. Fool. Amazing name, I know. In this series we will talk about the history of Hot Wheel car. We will be talking about all the release and variant of particular Hot Wheel car. So why not we start medium size with a Hot Wheel car that didn't have a lot of variant. Sho-Stopper, also known as Seared Tuner. History and information will be talked about later. Originally, the car that I want to talk about are Lay-and Lowrider. Why Lay-and Lowrider? Because while making and writing this script, I almost owned all the variant of that car. Plus I want to start off this series with a discontinue casting so that this video will not get outdated in a future. Maybe in the future I'll make episode for Lay-and Lowrider. The next episode could either be Lay-and Lowrider or Duck and Roll. Wait until the end, I have a surprise for you. Anyway, let's start. Seared Tuner is a Hot Wheel car's best described as fast fish torque twister and twinduction off the early 2000s. They are not as iconic as Twin Mill and Bone Shaker, but they always appear in Hot Wheel merchandise. Same thing with Seared Tuner. This car also appear in lot of Hot Wheel merchandise back in the day. Despite this car's short production run, one thing I very bad at are writing a script. Writing a script for my video is hard. In some cases it can take even longer than editing the video and making the video. And that's why sometime I use the Hot Wheel Wiki fandom for a lot of my video information. Why? Because A, I am not that good at English, even though I can barely speak my native language. B, those guys in the wiki can explain something so much better than me. I am very thankful for all those guys, girl and everything in between for they hard work. Anyway, according to the wiki, the Seared Tuner was originally introduced in the 2001 edition's lineup with the name Sho-Stopper. On the interior piece of this casting is a set of 4 speakers cast into the interior piece. This casting features a chopped roofline, widened bodywork, driver's side air intake on the bonnet, dual exhaust pipes molded into the base, and heavily modified grille and bumper. From 2007, the casting was retooled with the plastic insert on the side removed. This was Eric Mitsubishi first design, created while he was interning at Hot Wheels in 1998. This casting is among the first widely released imported tuner-type models. The car was also featured on Hot Wheels packaging from late 2000 to 2003. Mitsubishi says that the car was inspired by numerous tuner cars of the late 90s. Not long after first drawing the car, he purchased a Mitsubishi Eclipse, with some lines from said car making it over to this model. The design is also said to be mostly inspired by a Wings West Aggressor style body kit. Intended to be the top of the tuner food chain, the Seared Tuner is fitted with an AWD drive system and a 2.0L turbocharged inline-4. The original design featured winglets to allow it to do some fun tricks with certain track pieces. The name was originally Sho-Stopper, but it was changed to Seared Tuner after legal challenges arose. Over a year after its first edition's release, another toy company producing a line of dolls called Sho-Stoppers confronted Mattel, which had the trademark to the name. Mattel changed the name to Seared Tuner, a pun on seared tuna, to prevent further legal issues. Shern called the name disappointing, calling it too punny and disrespectful of the culture at the time. Anyway, let's start talking about all the variant of this car, starting with 2000 first edition. Probably the most iconic variant of this car. Notable for being featured in Hot Wheel Velocity X. Fun fact: in Hot Wheel Velocity X this car is using the old name Sho-Stopper. Despite when this game came out the car's using the other name Seared Tuner. I guess the developer forgot to change the name. Of course in a future game this car is using a corrected name Seared Tuner. Anyway, this car feature a yellow paint job. Even though the wiki says light orange pearl, you be the judge for that one. A suspiciously black tinted window. Can you even see through that window? And for the tempo, the car feature carbon fiber hood. Right next to it, the left front fender to be exact, or orange stripe. And for the wheel, there are 3 wheel variations for this release: a Chrome 3 SP wheel, Chrome PR5, and Chrome 5 SP. And the car have grayish silver base. Overall this is the best release of Seared Tuner. I know I'm a little bit biased on this one, consider that this version of the car appear in Hot Wheel Velocity X. Also midway writing the script, I decided to rank all the release of this car in a tier list. Tier list is in the description down below. Overall I give the 3 SP version A S tier, PR5 on A tier, and 5 SP on B tier. Also there's barely any archive picture of the 5 SP version on the internet. Next up we have to 2000 Avon Super Tuners. This 3-pack include MX48 Turbo, Muscle Tone, and of course the main subject Seared Tuner. I cannot find a good picture of this car on internet, so if I got anything wrong that's the reason why. Anyway, this car feature a metallic black paint job and a clear window. And for the tempo we have white and gold stripe. Underneath those stripe are 3 racing sponsor. Apparently this 3 are fictional Hot Wheel brand. That can also be found in other model at a time. Anyway, right in front of the stripe are the car racing number that looks suspiciously similar to 5 Gum logo.
Pills to chew 5 Gum. New 5 Gum. Stimulate your senses.
Anyway, above the 5 Gum logo there is a text read: Bilstein Coney. After some further research, Bilstein and Coney are an aftermarket company. In the hood we have more racing stripe. Sorry, I am very bad at describing thing. We can also see the racing number. Above the racing number are a gold and white Hot Wheel logo. The car is using a Chrome 3 SP wheel. And feature of black base. Overall I like the color scheme and the tempo of this release, A tier. Wow! Look at that tempo. It looked like it came straight out from Need for Speed Underground. Anyway, this is the Washington Auto Show Seared Tuner. I can't found any information about this release, but judging by the name and the description on the wiki, came in baggy, limited to 2,500. This is probably a giveaway price on Washington Auto Show. And also this is not the first time we see a Hot Wheel car like this. Because I believe other auto show and convention also got a Hot Wheel car like this. Maybe one day I will talk about it. Anyway, let's talk about the car. There is 2 variant of this car. We will talk about the other variant later. The car feature of black paint job and a clear window. This release is using a Chrome PR5 wheel. And now let's talk about the tempo. The car feature of red to yellow flame with blue outline. On the hood, the car feature a large Hot Wheel logo. On top of the Hot Wheel logo, there is a text read: The Washington Auto Show. Now the base. According to the wiki, the car have a chrome base. Now let's talk about the other variant. This is just the same car with same parts, same tempo, same everything, with the only changes being the color. This version is using a gold paint job, and according to the wiki, there is only 2,500 of this car ever produced. Meanwhile the black version have 7,500. Overall this is probably the rarest seared tuner you can get. I was thinking of putting this release in S tier due to the rarity of this release, but I decided to put both release on a tier instead. Why? Well, I actually forgot why. Change my mind, put this car back in S tier. Anyway, let's go to the next release. I've been purposely ignoring this one because this car were released 1 year after the first edition. This is just a red version of the first edition seared tuner, and according to the wiki, there is two versions of this release. The one with the name Sho-Stopper on the base, and the one with the name Seared Tuner on the base. Sadly there is no photo proof, so you have to trust me with this one. Also forgot to say, unlike the first edition seared tuner, this release have no wheel variation. One noticeable changes seen in this release are, the car has a yellow stripe on the front left fender, instead of orange in the original version. Overall I give this release A tier. This is a 2001 power launcher seared tuner. This is just a 2001 mainline seared tuner we saw earlier, but with one small: when you see it you cannot unsee it changed. The stripe on the front left fender is gray instead of yellow seen on the 2001 mainline. Anyway, I believe this specific release of seared tuner were exclusively packaged with the 2001 power launcher. Sadly I cannot found the picture of this specific release of power launcher that the car came in, so we just have to trust the wiki for this one. Overall this is just the same release with slightly different tempo, so I will give this release A tier. This is a 2001 City Service 5-pack. Included in the set are Attitude, Ford GT90, Seared Tuner, Austin Healey and Sidekick. Sadly out of all the car seared tuner, our main subject have the weakest tempo. Anyway, in this set seared tuner is using a red paint job with a clear window. The car is using a chrome 3 SP wheel and a black base. Now the tempo. The car have a Planet Hot Wheel logo in flame. Or is it tier? Whatever. Inside the flame it is a text read, Messenger Madness. That's it for this release. There is not a lot of thing for me to say for this release except for D tier. This is a 2002 Chuck E. Cheese seared tuner. This particular release of seared tuner is exclusively released in Chuck E. Cheese restaurant. The way you can get this car back in the day is, you have to play the arcade machine to get a prize ticket. And then you can exchange tickets in the prize booth for a variety of toy and other miscellaneous goods. Or I believe that's how it worked. We don't have Chuck E. Cheese restaurant in my home country. Anyway, one of the toy that you can get in this price boot are this exclusive seared tuner. This seared tuner is using a white paint job and red tint window with black base and chrome PR5 wheel. Now the tempo. Damn, look at that tempo. It looked like it came straight out from Need for Speed Underground 2. Anyway, the car have blue and orange flame with yellow outline and orange stripe with yellow outline. In the back you can see a Chuck E. Cheese logo. And you can also see a blue Hot Wheel logo down there. Now let's move to the hood. In the hood you can see a blue and orange flame with yellow outline. Right in the middle of those flame you can see Chuck head. On top of Chuck head, you can see a orange stripe that go all the way to the roof. In conclusion, this is a pretty cool release, A tier. Meet the only seared tuner in my collection, the 2002 Yu-Gi-Oh! Seared Tuner. This release is using a red paint job with yellow tinted window. This release have a blue interior. Oh crap, I forgot to talk about the interior. Too bad, I'm too lazy to edit the script. So I'm going to edit that in the video. Hooray, I guess. Anyway, there are two wheel variation of this release. The one that used Goal 5 DOT wheel. And the other one that used the CM5 wheel. Now the tempo. On the front side you can see a Yu-Gi-Oh character Time Wizard. I bet most of the budget for this release are used for this tempo. Anyway, you can also see a text read. Time Wizard. In yellow text with black outline. You can also see a yellow Hot Wheel logo on top of the spoiler. And now for my final thought. When I first see this release I was like, yeah, this is okay I guess. But then I realized that, wait a second, I have this release in my collection, why don't you take a look at that thing? And to be honest, this car looks way better in person. But to be honest, the version with a CM5 wheel looks so much better than the one with a 5 DOT wheel. C for 5 DOT and A for CM5. Wow, look at that tempo. Literally look like a Need for Speed Most Wanted AI car. Anyway, this is a 2002 Spin and Rim Seared Tuner. This Seared Tuner is exclusively bundled in the Spin and Rim playset, and thank God I decided to do more research on this release because I have no idea this is actually a playset thanks to the Hot Wheel Wiki fandom. Also, one interesting facts about this playset is, this playset got a re-release in 2005 with the same car and all. Anyway, let's talk about the car. This release is using a gray paint job with a black tinted window, gray base and chrome 3 SP wheel. The car has a stars and red, white, and blue tampos. Is it me or this tampo look like one of the vinyl in Need for Speed Underground 2? And now for my final thought. This release is okay I guess. Is not a lot of thing I can say about this release except for D tier. The playset in the other hand, those are S tier playset. This is the 2003 anime Seared Tuner. One interesting fact about the anime series or Seared Tuner, a JDM inspired casting, fit pretty well for this series. The rest of the car in the series look insanely out of place, like the Jaguar D-Type, Olds Aurora GTS1, Olds 442 and a 68 Cougar. It's not every day you see a 68 Cougar with a Tasha tempo. Anyway, this release uses a primer gray paint job with green tinted window, and before you say, no, due to the lighting of this image the car look like it has a blue tinted window instead, here another image, see green window. Anyway, the car has chrome base, a blue interior and red PR5 wheel. Now the tempo, the car has number 2 with various anime tempo. You can also see a kanji character above the green Hot Wheel logo, meaning, fast, in Japanese. Overall, this is a pretty decent release. Are sure it looks so much better in person than on picture. I have nothing else to say except for C tier. This is the 2004 Volcano Blast Seared Tuner, exclusively released on the 2004 Volcano Blast playset. This particular release of Seared Tuner is a bit infamous not because of the car but because the box. What's wrong with the box? You see the back of the box included a never before seen Hot Wheels casting. Not only is the Volcano Blast concept car, this monstrosity look like 10 different cars match in one. Honestly man, I can make an entire video all about this topic. Oh man, think of the views. What the hell are we talking about again? Oh yeah, Seared Tuner. This release is using a black paint job with black tinted window, chrome base, chrome 3 SP wheel and red interior. Too bad you cannot see the red interior because of the black window. Now the tempo. On the site you can see a flame tempo with number 68. Above it you can see a text read, Volcano Blast. Above the racing number you can see a 2 racing sponsor. Sadly I cannot make out what it is because of how blurry it is. On the rear side view, you can see a tree racing sponsor, Hot Wheels, Something Co., and McClonk Cams. After some further research the third one is a completely made up brand. Overall this is a pretty cool release. A little blend, maybe a flame hood tempo will put this car higher on the ranking, but overall I gift this car a C tier. This is a 2007 Clover Cars Seared Tuner and man, I already know what tier I'm going to put this car in. Whoa, slow down Ray, we need to talk about this car first. To celebrate 2007 Patrick's Day, Mattel make a Hot Wheels series exclusively sold in Walmart called Clover Cars series. There is 8 car release for this series, here all of them on the screen. Anyway, let's talk about the car. This release uses of dark green paint job with clear tinted window, black interior, chrome base and 10 SP wheel. Now the tampo. In the hood you can see a 4-leaf clover tampos with a black text with green outline red, St. Patrick's Day. On the site you can see stripe with a black outline and green outline. Inside the stripe you can see a 4-leaf clover pattern. Underneath the stripe you can see a green text read, St. Patrick's Day. Overall, this is my favorite release of Seared Tuner. If I can have any release of Seared Tuner in this video, it will probably be this one or the first edition. S tier. This is a 2008 Max Steel 5-pack Seared Tuner. Included in this 5-pack are Tantrum, Drift Tech, Power Bomb, Delivery Truck, and our main subject, Seared Tuner. You know they should include MX-48 Turbo in this 5-pack instead.
Oops, maybe this wasn't such a good idea.
Talking about MX-48 Turbo, did you know that MX-48 Turbo Start Life is a Max Steel vehicle playset, and then Mattel decided to turn this car into a Hot Wheel car similar to what they did with the action figure Batmobile? I have no idea how I didn't found out about this earlier. I'm very sorry to all Max Steel fan out there. Talking about Max Steel, did you know that the Hot Wheel car Motocross make a cameo in 2004 Max Steel movie? The movie is made by the same company that make Hot Wheel World Race, meaning that Hot Wheels World Race and Acceleracers take place in the same universe as Max Steel universe. What the hell are we talking about again? Oh right, Seared Tuner. The car uses a metal flake purple paint job, light blue tinted window, gray interior and gray base. This release have 2 wheel variation, chrome 5 DOT wheel and chrome PR5 wheel. Now the tampo. The car has a gray, white, purple and pink technology graphic with a little Max Steel logo in white. And now for my final thought. Another one of my favorite release of Seared Tuner. I love the color scheme of this release, and the purple is just cherry on top. You don't know me, but purple is my favorite color of all time. S tier for the 5 DOT version and a tier for the PR5 version. Is it me or the PR5 wheel doesn't look right on Seared Tuner? It doesn't look bad, but it just looks fine, I guess. Anyway, up next, the last release of this car. This is a 2009 Jurassic Starter Set Seared Tuner release exclusively on the Jurassic Starter Set playset. Is it me or I keep seeing a pattern here? This particular release is a bit infamous for me because, A. This casting removed the black side body panel seen on the previous release. I actually like it without the black side body panel. B. This is the last release of this car, meaning that this is ironically the hardest one you can get, right next to the Washington Auto Show release. And C. This car has the Circle Flame logo, even though this is not a treasure hunt. Now let's talk about the car. This release uses a metal flake yellow paint job with dark red tinted window, gray interior, black base and chrome red Y5 wheel. Now the tempo. The car has a detailed T-Rex fossil in the middle with a flame on front, middle and back side. You can also see a little Circle Flame logo there. And now for my final thought. Honestly man, if this car have a 10 SP wheel, it will probably be an S tier, but the Y5 wheel lower the ranking to A tier. Well, that was a long ride. This video take a little longer to make. I want to give a special shout out to the furry YouTuber iBold07 for making me move my ass to finish this video that you watching right now, and other video like my unboxing haul. So why is the script of this video takes so long to make? ADHD and just slow internet connection in general. I will link iBold channel in the description of this video. And also originally I want to talk about the other variation of this casting like the atomics, the formula fuelers and etc. With the formula fueler version of this car could easily go on S tier because of the vinyl. The reason why I didn't include the other variation of this casting are because of how insanely undocumented the other variant are. If I change my mind, I could probably make their own video. By the way, here the thing I want to show you in the beginning of the video. I guess that's a car for the next video, I guess. Man, I am so tired of making this type of heavily scripted essay video. If you want to see more video like this, please hit like or subscribe. Or you can just comment the video to give the video more engagement. And so yeah guys, that's it for the video. Make sure to like and wait a second, I already said that. Anyway, have fun, and stay wholesome.